The man who found Amanda Berry calling for help is Charles Ramsey, and after he discovered her, he took her to his home and helped her call 911 so she could get help and free the other two women that were captured. Now, he was interviewed by a local news reporter, and the interview was great for a number of different reasons. He has a lot of personality, and in the next video, video number 9, he talks about how he pried the door open and he saw the 6-year-old that belongs to Amanda Berry. Let's take a look.
And we hear this girl going nuts on the door. So when I come out the house and look, I say, well, that don't look right. So I took her, I pried the door open so she could climb through there, because how he has the door is you can't open the door completely. He has it locked some kind of way.
The woman identified herself.
She said, no, I'm Amanda Berry, and this is his daughter because of he was raping me. I said, oh.
So he sees Amanda Berry and the 6-year-old daughter, and look, thank God he came to help.
I know.
A lot of people would have walked away. You know, and you know, we had the previous situation where there was a screaming from the house and the cops came in and they walked away.
Right.
But unlike the cops, he was like, oh, hell no, I'm opening this door one way or another.
I think the best point that I heard about Ramsey was the fact that he doesn't, people will look at him and they won't assume that he's an American hero. But he's a freaking American hero. He saved 3 women's lives, you know? And you know, I want to give JR credit because JR is the one who made that point, and it's absolutely true. You know, he did something that a lot of people would be afraid to do. You know?
Yeah,
they don't want to get involved in something that might get them into a lot of trouble, so they'll just stay away and pretend like they don't see something.
And by the way, I mean, you guys screaming from that house, how do you know there's not a guy with a gun on the other side of that door, right? So that's another thing. And apparently he did know these guys, but then you break in their door. I mean, look, you're asking for trouble in 18 different ways, but he didn't blink, so it's great. And he's a character, as you're about to see in more clips.
All right, let's go to video number 10. He talks more about, you know, whose daughter he was rescuing. Let's take a look.
This girl is kicking the door and screaming, and so I go over there with my Big Mac, and I say, well, can I help you? What's going on? She says, I've been kidnapped, and I've been in this house a long time. I want to leave right now. All right, so I opened the door, and we couldn't get in that way, so we kicked the bottom of it, and she came through, and when she came, I thought she was the only one. And she grabbed some little girl and had the little girl in her arms. She said, this is his daughter. Now, it didn't dawn on me who his was. I didn't know we were talking about him, my neighbor. I thought she meant another dude.
And so this young lady identified herself
as Amanda Berry.
So there are these like online petitions going around right now that are hilarious that would make McDonald's give him free food for the rest of his life.
Yeah, because he kept talking in the interviews about, I had my McDonald's, I had my Big Mac. Okay, so, but look, you know, that's another thing. It's, you know, who in the middle of their dinner is going to come in and bust into somebody else's house to try to help somebody? He had his Big Mac. He was all set.
I love that he always references his food. Right. It's awesome. Now, in the next clip, he talks about how he actually hung out with the suspect, and he didn't suspect anything. Let's take a look.
And like I say, my neighbor, you got some big testicles to pull this off, bro. Because we see this dude every day. I mean, every day.
How long have you lived here?
I've been here a year.
Okay.
You see where I'm coming from?
Right.
I barbecue with this dude. We eat ribs and whatnot and listen to salsa music. You see where I'm coming from? How he is he just comes out to his backyard, plays with the dogs, tinker with his cars and motorcycles, goes back in the house. So he's somebody that you look away because he's not doing nothing but the average stuff. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. There's nothing exciting about him. Well, until the day.
He's got a lot of personality.
He does, man. He can't contain the personality. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, bro? You see where I'm coming from, bro?
There was nothing exciting about him until today. Ha ha. I love the laugh at the end.
I know. Hey, listen, celebrate, man.
Yeah.
You're the hero, and you got the girls, and now they're free.
Yeah.
And at the end here, we got the best clip.
Yes. Here he talks about why he thought the white woman screaming was suspicious.
Bro, I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you very much for your time. And
either she homeless or she got problems. That's the only reason why she run to a black man.
Charles, thank you for being there, man.
Who doesn't love Charles Ramsey?
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. Okay, that reporter's trying to get out of there. I'm like, are you crazy? Stay, man. This guy's going to give you gold. I'd interviewed that guy for half an hour.
Yeah, the reporter is so ridiculous. Like, wait a minute, this is not business as usual. We got to move on.
Yeah,
we got to move on.
wait,
This
he
might
mentioned
be
blacks
good.
and whites, and there was something racial going on. I got to go. I got to get out of here. When in reality, Charles is right. Dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway. Okay, he knew there was something wrong then.
But is it?
No, not necessarily. It
yeah,
depends on the circumstances. But apparently in Charles' context, it was. There's not a lot of white girls running up into his arms. And when that happens, he says, you know what, I might have an issue here, and I got to address it.
Yeah.
And thank God he addressed it. God bless Charles Ramsey.